When people are starving, yeah, they're going to immediately take as much food or what they can from, food trucks and stuff that are giving out food. Let's be real here. There are like 2 to 3 million people in Gaza that are starving. To act like them trying to get food for themselves and their family is like something bad is outlandish. The title of this video: if food trucks arrive in Gaza, they are immediately set upon and pillaged, acting like that the Palestinians are just stealing the food and like not using it for anything. These people need to eat.
Israeli army has been pushing further and further south within the Gaza Strip, and they're now centering their military offensive on the city of Khan Yunis, which is the main city in the south of Gaza. And that's where Israeli military officials say they believe Hamas leaders to be now headquarters, having fled from the north of the Gaza Strip. So that area.
So they just believe that Hamas is located there. They have no evidence that Hamas is located there, but with their belief, that gives them justification to attack a city full of people just trying to escape genocide.
Has been seeing intense airstrikes, tank fire, and a lot of military activity indeed. So, this is a place where people.
I mean, it doesn't matter where Palestinians flee to for safety. The Israeli government is going to claim Hamas so that they have justification to attack innocent civilians.
Citizens of Gaza were told initially to flee further south at the beginning of Israel's offensive on Gaza. And you've had there people who've been displaced many times over. And so many of those are being pushed still further south, others still in the area, living in fear. We're still hearing.
What the Israeli government does is tell people to move to a different location, and then once enough people move to that location, they go in and attack, airstrike, tank bomb, or do whatever they want while claiming that they got reports of Hamas being there, or they believe Hamas is there, or whatever justification to use in order to attack innocent people.
Reports, of course, of civilian casualties as well. And the humanitarian conditions are becoming increasingly difficult. This is something we've heard time and time again, but from someone I've spoken to within Gaza, he's been.
If Hamas was actually committing a genocide against the Israeli people and were able to actually do it, because they can't, they're just the poor uh, military arm funded by Bibi. If they were actually able to commit a genocide against the Israeli people, the reaction by the United States, the UK, Germany, and other nations would be astoundingly different. The United States would be decrying genocide going on in the Middle East, but because it's the Israeli government committing the genocide, the United States is going to defend them no matter what happens and try to act like it's just a war of self-defense.
Sending me videos of people sheltering by the roadside, often just under plastic sheets and makeshift tents in very windy and cold weather at nights here. There's concern about food distribution. Of course, the UN has been warning of famine, about those people getting supplies, because my source is saying that.
Can someone actually explain to me how the kids that are suffering under the attacks by the Israeli government are Hamas agents looking to destroy the Israeli government and genocide Jewish people? Can someone explain that? Because that's what a lot of people like to claim, and that's why the Israeli government is justified in killing kids.
As food trucks, if they do arrive, aid trucks into Gaza, they're immediately set upon and pillaged, and that food is not getting through necessarily to the people who need it. So, of course, this.
Okay, but how do you know it's not getting to the people who need it? If I mean, people are starving, they see that food is coming, they're going to take food so that they can eat and feed their family and other people that they know. This food is getting to people. Just there's not enough food being given to people. This is because of the Israeli government and their siege on Gaza.
Remains an extremely worrying time for the people of Gaza, and you've had a UN human rights official who went on a visit to the Gaza Strip on Friday, Ajit Sunday, and he expressed concern about Palestinian detainees who'd been detained by the Israeli military, some of them telling him that they were held for weeks, that they were beaten and released wearing no clothes.
Yeah, because the IDF loves to torture people because the Israeli government at the moment aren't the good guys. They're fascists who will use any justification to inflict suffering and torture upon Palestinian people because the right-wing government of the Israeli government sees all Palestinians, no matter the age, as terrorists.
Some of them only released, they said, wearing diapers. So that is another area of concern as this war goes on now.